things on my mind, had some things that happened recently. I want to discuss them real quick. And I also want to address a comment that I got regarding not doing the live that I got in at 4 a.m. And somebody left some comment regarding uh, being at a bar or something like that is more important. First of all, I don't do bars, I don't do nightclubs, I don't do any of that. I had a personal reason for being out at 4 a.m., which is frankly none of your damn business. But to get on here to say you have dedicated subs and that my bar life is more important, kick rocks. You shouldn't be on this channel because you don't know a damn thing about me and you damn sure ain't dedicated. Because if you knew anything about me, you know I don't do bars and I don't do clubs. So kick rocks. Anyway, the reason why I wanted to come on tonight, man, is because I ran into a YouTuber not a YouTuber, excuse me. I was in Sabaneta, I had physical therapy today. I ran into a guy who recognized me from YouTube from doing videos here in Medellin, Colombia. And the guy was asking me about how much money I was making. So, I ain't really trying to make a whole lot on here because I'm not dependent on YouTube for income. That's the other thing I wanted to say. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a hobby. This is not a job. I do not try to get serious with YouTube. I'm not trying to be a YouTube star. I'm not trying to make tons of money on YouTube because I'm not trying to pay the taxes. Okay? So I was like, I'll make around 300, a little less. He's like, well, that's free money. I'm like, yeah, for now. Because the reason why I don't make videos every day, which I could, or make videos every other day, and there's sometimes I'll go a week or sometimes 10 days without making a video. And that's because I'll make too much the month before, or I'm making too much this month. And then I will just like, okay, now I'm not trying to reach a certain threshold. I got to stop because if I reach a certain threshold, that means I got to pay taxes. I'm not trying to pay taxes. I pay enough as it is with some of the other income I got. And I'm not trying to add on to that just from this little YouTube thing, because this is just fun. This is not something I'm depending on every month. If I stop tomorrow, I'll be just fine, okay? I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna do everything that I'm doing before. This does not make one bit of difference to me, whatever income I get from this. This is just extra, okay? I wanted to be clear with that. So anybody that's on here thinking that I have to have you on here, you are mistaken. I do not. Please don't go feeling like, well, you need me. No, I don't. I don't. I was doing fine before I ever got on YouTube. I'm going to do fine after I leave YouTube. Never get that impression. What we got here? Thanks for all your years of help. What's up, man? How you doing? 100% PNT because of your help with SMC. Congratulations to you. What else we got here? Yeah. So I'm getting ready to move up, as a matter of fact, here pretty soon in the SMC category. But that's neither here nor there. The main reason why I wanted to come on, though, is because there's a lot of you guys that ask about YouTube. You want to start your own YouTube channels. You want to do everything with YouTube. What's up, Mr. Man? How you doing? You want to do your own YouTube thing, which is cool. I encourage you to do it. But just know, you're liable for taxes. If you're making over $12,000 a year, okay, 12,400 to be exact, you're liable for taxes. All right. So when you start making that YouTube money, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 plus a month, don't forget Uncle Sam. And one of the things that I don't think people realize is just because you change your address, you may be here in Colombia, you may be in Brazil, you may be in the DR, you may be in Mexico, Philippines, Canada, Europe, doesn't matter. You are a U.S. citizen. And as a U.S. citizen, you're liable for taxes. And what's even worse is when you move to a country like this, that you are taxed twice. Now, most of these people don't even file taxes here. I'm sure at some point, Colombia is going to come calling at some point. But you're supposed to file here and you're supposed to file in good old US of A. And you're taxed at the exact same rate. Don't care if you're making the equivalent of $7 a day here, and that's all you're getting paid, you still gonna file taxes. You still supposed to file taxes in the US. And the reason why I bring that up is because don't let it come to catch you. Don't let them catch you. You be the one to initiate it. Don't let Uncle Sam, because what my man Loving Freedom said earlier tonight, don't let it turn into a Wesley Snipes situation. Because I can tell you firsthand, it's already happened here in Colombia. Are there any restrictions? Are there any strict restrictions for flying drones in some major cities in Colombia? Yes. So basically, I told this story on my other channel, JM. So basically what happens is you have to contact Colombia's version of the FAA. I forgot what it's called. It's like CAAC or CACA, something like that. That's their version of the FAA. And yeah, they have rules that are very similar to the rules in the United States of America. So you can only fly up to 400 feet. You're not supposed to fly in the city. You're not supposed to. There are some exceptions, and you got to contact them. I got 4 videos inside the city, and I got permission to do all of those. I didn't just go up one day and decide, you know what, I'm gonna fly here, and nobody gonna say nothing. No, I went and got permission. You have to go through a little bit of a process depending on the size of drone that you have. Actually, with the SE, I didn't have to get permission. But with the Air 2, I did. It's weird though, here, if you're flying over somebody's farmland, they can just shoot it down. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Unless you went and talked to them and got permission to fly over their land. Yeah, the rules here are a little different, but the majority of the rules are the same to the US. Can't fly over people, not supposed to fly over cars, not supposed to be crossing roads. You can't fly in the parks. What else is it? Let's see, 400 feet. Now the 400 feet is going to vary depending on elevation. If you start out at a lower elevation, but you have to climb like you're going over a mountain, right? Then yeah, that can be changed a little bit because your elevation has changed from where you started. But that is the general rule here. What else we got here? What's up, Howard? How you doing? Mr. Miles, how you doing, man? Mr. Thompson, what's going on? Hey, Markel, have you heard of the Colombians requiring proof of the jab starting December 14th? Yes. Yeah, I was getting ready to get to all that, bro. Yes. You're going to need proof. Was it the 14th or the 15th? I can't remember which one it is. It's either the 14th or the 15th, but you're going to start needing proof that you actually got your vaccine, all your vaccine shots, not one, all. Coming from the States, that's going to be required. And I can tell you firsthand, if you're going to the movies, if you don't have a card, you ain't getting in. You going to the casino, you ain't getting in. Certain restaurants here have already started, but the majority of the restaurants are not going to start until next month. I think it's January 7th is where all of them are going to require that you have that vaccine card. They're making people get that damn shot. There is no getting around it. They're going to make you take that damn shot. At least here. I don't know about in the States, but I know here, they going to get that damn shot. What else was it? Pretty much anything you're trying to do here, other than mom and pop spots and a few spots around town, you need a damn card. I'll tell you that right. That concert, that Karol G concert they just had, my driver went to the concert. You weren't getting in without that card. Your card and your ID number had to match. They checked the whole thing. You were not getting in. Talking to each other. Oh, it's all good. Okay, maybe the 14th to 15th, but yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah, the test is supposed to come back in January. Well, you got to take that test, the negative test, to come back into Colombia. That's supposed to start next month. Big Moose was telling me about Ecuador. that they're going back to that too, where you got to have the full vaccine to get into the country. So yeah, it's going to start all over again, bro. It's going to start all over again. And would I be surprised if they shut down? Nope. Nope. Because all the signs are pointing that way. I would not be surprised if they shut it down temporarily for a while. Because right now, we're going back over 2,000 cases per day. We're back over 2,000. We had been under it for a while, and the numbers were going down, but now they're going back up. And now you got people here also getting fake cards. There was a guy that got caught producing fake cards. And I don't know what they're going to end up doing. I know he's in jail right now, but I don't know what all is going to happen. I'm sure they're going to try to make an example out of him for other people that's going to want to try to get a fake card just to try to enter all these places. But they're not playing around when it comes to that stuff, man. You got to understand, these countries have spent millions getting these damn vaccines and setting up all this stuff for people to get these shots. They're not going to play around when it comes to that. So please, if you out there with a fake vaccine card, you on borrowed time. Brothers in fatigues, foxholes with 6 mags or more. I hear you, Mr. Miles. I hear you. So what else is going on with you guys, man? I had my CMP exam on Saturday, and it was a long one. I'd never been in for so long, and they were thorough. Well, it was one guy. He was thorough. You know how at the VA they usually guess with measurements? They don't really use a measuring tool. He did. He had measuring tool. He had everything. This was the most thorough CMP exam I have ever had, ever. And I've been to a ton of them. This was the most thorough by far out of all of them. I went in at 8 and I left a little after 12:30. So it had to be like 12:35, 12:40. That's how long it was. From my feet, my ankles, my knees, and my back. Those 4. That's what I went for. Man. Hey. He checked everything. Measured it 3 times. Measured it again. Okay, do this. Okay. Do that again. Do that again. Okay. Now we got the right number. I'm like, wow. In the States, dude, they see it and then they just throw a number on there. They'll guess. You've been halfway. Okay, that's about 90%. 90%. And then they write it on there and you know it's wrong, right? You know they way off. But the only thing you can do at that point is appeal it or request a new CMP exam. Because in the States, and you guys know that has been through CMP exam, how often do you see them actually measure what it really is? Because the measurements, for those that don't know, it really matters, right? Especially when it comes to your back and when it comes to your knees. A lot of your rating besides pain comes from range of motion. If you can bend it all the way like this, yeah, you're just gonna probably get 10% for pain. But if you can only do this and you can't take it any farther, that's gonna get you a lot more. And it's probably been thousands of veterans that can only do this, but they'll give them like 100, and say their range of motion is 100 all the way here when it's not even close. That's how you get screwed up, especially in the States with these CMP exams. What I miss? Are the doctors that do the CMP exam, they're Colombians or Americans? So the one I saw here, he was Colombian, but his education came, because he had all his plaques in the wall. His education came from America. He spoke English, but there was some words he was trying to say, he just said in Spanish, but I understood what he meant. So that's another thing, guys. When you're leaving the US and you're coming to countries like this, you're gonna need to know some of the words. I know some people come, they're not trying to learn the language. They're gonna just let their money talk for them. But I'm telling you, there are gonna be situations you're gonna need to speak some kind of Spanish, man, or understand some kind of Spanish if you come into a Spanish-speaking country. Or if you go into a country with a different language, you're gonna need to know something. Was your CMP with a real doctor or a nurse? It was a doctor. He was a real doctor. Yeah, this wasn't a nurse. This wasn't nurse practitioner. This wasn't, what do you call the other ones? Physician assistant. He was a real doctor. How do you feel about VA pain clinics? I've never had to deal with a pain clinic, so I really don't have an opinion on one because I've never dealt with one. Maybe someone else who's in here right now has dealt with a pain clinic, but I've only heard about them. I heard about pain management, dealing with them, and the different type of things that they offer, but I've never had to do anything with pain management before. Damn, New England beat the damn Bills. Yeah, I kind of figured that, man. Buffalo has been, I don't know what's up with Josh Allen. He kind of all over the place. Some nights he has a great night, then other times, dude, he sucks. I don't know what's going on with Josh Allen. Hey, Markel, is aid and attendance only for vets over the age of 65? No. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, so you have aid and attendance, which is part of the pension, right? So say a veteran didn't have a lot of money, they don't have a lot of income coming in, they don't have a lot of assets, they can qualify for the pension, which will also include aid and attendance over the age of 65. But in my case, I'm well under the age of 65. I'm in need of someone for regular care. The aid and attendance that I get is on the compensation side. That aid and attendance for 65 and older, that's on the pension side. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference. So lower income veterans who were in during the wartime period, that's where that pension is for 65 and older. The pension that I'm on is on the compensation, not a pension, excuse me. The aid and attendance I'm on is on the compensation side, which is totally different. I know it's confusing when you go to Google and all those and you look them up, it's very confusing, but just know that when they say 65 and older, that's talking more about the pension side versus individuals on the other side, compensation side, who need aid and attendance. And it's the same way when it comes to the caregiver program, right? Do not get those, because people get those confused all the time. And you do, and I always forget to mention this, you do need to be a minimum of 70% for the caregiver program. What's up, Mr. Collins? How you doing? Let's see. Please do a video on VA pensions. I have a video on VA pensions. My father needs the information. Yeah, I've done 2 videos, I believe, on VA pensions. So, but yeah, if you have a parent, a grandparent that were in during a wartime period, and let's just say they have very little, like their only income, they don't have any service connections, and their only income is Social Security, and they need like nursing home care, or they need home health aid or something like that. That's where that pension comes in for people 65 and over who were in during the wartime period, because they can qualify for the pension depending on how much money they're getting already, and they can qualify for aid and attendance if they need it. Now, aid and attendance on that side, I can't remember exactly how much it is. I know it used to be like $1,800. It had different levels. $1,800 was one, and I think 22 or 20, no, 26 or 27, depending on how bad you are, was the other one. So, yeah, I have videos already talking about those. Let's see. When you use the VA Foreign Medical Program for service-connected disabilities, do you pay up front? Nope. When you go to a doctor and then you get reimbursed, or how does that work? Okay, now, let me make sure I'm explaining this correctly. Currently, right now, I'm being seen at the HCA, which is a third party that is set up to bill FMP. When I go see them, like I went today with physical therapy, and when I see the doctor, which I'm gonna see the doctor tomorrow, I pay nothing. The only thing I get from the foreign medical program is the acknowledgement that, yes, we saw you went, we paid the bill, here's the receipt for the bill that we paid. That's all I get. But if you're gonna do it on your own, Okay, let's say you don't want to use one of these third-party services, and you want to come live here, and you want to do everything on your own. Then yes, if the doctor doesn't accept billing from the foreign medical program, you got to pay for that up front. Then you got to get the medical codes and make sure everything is written in English, and then send that bill to the foreign medical program. And then how long it takes to get paid? It took me over 60 days. They sent the check. You can deposit the check with your app from your bank, no problem. And I was paid, I was done, everything was good. I don't know if they still send checks because that was 3 years ago. They may still send checks, I don't know. They may do direct deposit now, I have no idea, but that was my one time I had to send a bill in to FMP. Other than that, I usually deal with the third parties. And the reason why, because it's easier. I don't have to worry about dealing with medical codes. I don't have to make sure that the bill is written up correctly, because if it's not right, they're gonna send it back. And that's even longer. You gotta wait to get reimbursed your money. So that, and then getting all the different medications, and pretty much getting anything else when you're service connected. So that's the key thing though, is service connected. Anything outside of that, you're gonna have to pay for it. Now, there are ways, right? So say for example, and then I'm gonna get back to the comments. So let's say for example, guys, you come here and let's say you're service connected for your right knee. Let's say your right knee goes out. You have a fall and you break your arm. Now, depending on who's writing it and how they word it, like your right knee caused you to fall and it broke your arm, the VA will cover that, but it has to be worded correctly, right? You can try to get them to do it by explaining to them what happened, because the first thing they're gonna say is, okay, well, your right arm is not service connected. Right, but it was broken because my left leg went out, my right knee went out, which is service connected. So there's ways around it if you have different things that are service connected. But if it's all mental health, that's all you got, and then you go and you fall, unless you can connect medication or something to your mental health that caused you to fall, yeah, you're gonna have to pay for that out of pocket. Let's see. What's up, Mr. Collins? Okay, you guys talk. What's up, Love and Freedom? What's going on, man? Let's see. We want to know this question. CRSC. If you are a veteran but didn't do 20 years and 100% P&T, do you qualify there if you've been in combat, or just for veterans who did 20% or more? Okay, so I did a video on this, and there's two acronyms that are very similar, but they have different meanings. So there is one for people who did 20 years. There's one for people who did early retirement. So there were people at one point who were getting out after 14 years, after 15 years, who they let retire early. And then there is one, but it has to be approved by whatever branch you were in, where you would qualify for it. So there is a way to do it, Mr. Collins, but that's going to go back to the branch that you came from. I can't remember the acronym, but I have a video on it. There's like 3 different acronyms for 3 different ways to get CR, and it's different. It's CRSC, there's CS, I can't remember them all. But there's a bunch of different acronyms that are very similar, but they mean different things. But to answer your question in a nutshell, yes, there is a way to do it. Let's see, the Bills were tripping tonight. They weren't blocking for Josh Allen. Okay, yeah, Josh Allen, man, some nights he looks incredible, then some nights, man, but if you say they weren't blocking for him, that's one thing. But I know in a few games I saw recently with him, I don't know what's up with him, or Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, man, the last 2 games I've seen him play, he has not looked great. Talking love and freedom. Guys talking to each other. Okay, cool. So yeah, in a nutshell, Mr. Collins, yes, there's a way to do that. But it's got to come from their branch. That's not something that the VA does. What's up? Food to the wise. What's going on, man? How you guys doing? Okay, while I got you guys in here, I have a question, a serious question. Okay, because me and Big Moose had a debate about this earlier today. So I try to support as many YouTubers as I can, in the YouTube space, right? I'll watch their videos and try to support them. However, one thing I've noticed with some YouTubers is that it seems like if someone has success, it is frowned upon by some YouTubers who make it seem like you doing something that gives you a little more is somehow a bad thing. And let me explain what I mean by that. So I was watching this YouTuber today, and this YouTuber was bragging about a bus. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm never gonna ride no damn bus. So that's when I stopped watching. Then I started watching another YouTuber where he's complaining that people come and they buy from Rappi. Or people go to a nice restaurant and enjoy themselves, and somehow that's frowned upon. That if you're American and you're coming to live in this country, somehow people believe that you're supposed to be living like the poor locals, like you're only supposed to be eating in a hole-in-the-wall restaurant, one way in, one way out. Like flies are supposed to be flying all around you, and you can't go eat anywhere nice. I don't get that with people. And they have a following of people, and me and Big Moose were going around about this, and it's like, his point was, you got a lot of low-income people that watch YouTube, which might be true, but my whole thing is, why are you downing people who have some success? Because wasn't the whole purpose of going through high school and they teach you, do your best, be the best that you can be? Wasn't the whole point of going to college, for those of you that went to college or went to trade school or did on-the-job training or joined the military? Wasn't the whole point of going through that entire exercise was to improve where you came from? I could have sworn that was what we were taught, at least in Alabama. I don't know what everybody else was taught in high school. But all I remember seeing on every damn flag or every post, be the best you can be. Right? You have to put the work in to succeed to whatever it is you want to do. Right? And when these guys get on here and they make their life sound glorified because they're living a mediocre life. And I'm like, how is this improving us? How is this moving the ball forward? Telling people, you can come to Colombia, and I got a great story for you guys on this as well. You can come to Colombia, live on $1,000 in a rat hole with roaches, and people want to do that? It's like, where did I miss that class? Where did I miss that class that you could just give up on all your dreams and instead come to a developing country and learn how to live poor in a developing country? Where did I miss that class? Gotta love them Lions. They first won. Yeah, they act like they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, Lamar Jackson threw them 4 picks the other night. Yes. Love them free. Yeah, dude. I'm telling y'all, man. I don't know who all you guys watch. I don't try to get into all the minutia with that. But I've seen some videos here lately, man. It's like, if I'm a young person following this YouTuber's telling me, as a young person that's in high school, I only need $1,000 a month to live in Medellin, Colombia. Then as a young person watching that video, this is somebody you watch on a daily basis. You're like, if all I need is $1,000, as soon as I make $1,000 a month or get a way to make $1,000, I'm moving to Colombia. But they never explain the conditions that they're moving to. You understand what I'm saying? There's grown men who have listened to YouTubers who have come to this country, tried to live the way they explain, and got the hell out within 6 months. Because they can't live like that. And I don't understand why they do that, man. They get on and they want to glorify mediocre. They want to glorify poverty. When is poverty such a good thing? Who the hell wants to come to this country and live among roaches, brown water, no hot water, no laundry, but this is where you want to go? You leaving the richest country in the world to come somewhere to live even poorer than where you left. I don't get that. Yes, Markel, that's correct. That concept comes in everyday life, though it's weird. It seems like most people want you to only be on or at their level. Yeah. I'm like, dude. So let me tell you guys this story real quick before I read any more of these comments, okay? I don't even know how to start with this, but dude, if you're receiving unemployment in the United States of America, would you leave on unemployment and try to live in this country on unemployment? Because I'm trying to think in my mind, how the hell that even works? You don't even know when your unemployment is going to run out. You don't even know when they're going to call you in for an interview, but you're going to leave the United States only getting unemployment. And we ain't talking about $1,800, $1,900. We talking $725 a month. You're going to leave the U.S., you're only getting $725 a month to come here. Don't know when it's going to run out. Don't have anything extra. But you're listening to people online tell you you can live on that. Where am I missing? I mean, I hope, dude, I see stuff like this, man. I hear about stuff like this and I'm like, shout out to Big Moose. They confused. You damn right they confused. They confused as hell. Loving freedom, leave them pussycat lines alone. Sounds like the expats that do living like a king in Thailand vids on YouTube. Bro, come on, Jay Clark, you in Thailand. You see how some of these people are living, bro. You got a guy I saw in the Philippines. He in a house, 4 or 5 kids that ain't his, with a girlfriend, mom and dad living in the house. The house looks like it's about to be condemned, and he's telling people, this is how you need to live. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Hey, they live how they want to live, but bro, I don't get that. I don't get it. Look, Markel, leave my roaches alone. Let me crawl, please, man. Oh, man, look, as somebody that grew up with roaches in Alabama, hell to the no. I ain't coming nowhere to live with no goddamn roaches, bro. I ain't coming nowhere to brown water. Come on, man. You got cats here right now. If you all actually saw where these people really live, you look at them sideways, all you like, come on, man. You guys honestly have no idea. No idea. The type of people that come here, the type of people, you leave the U.S. on unemployment, and you trying to live in Colombia on unemployment. Come on, man. I just don't get how they glorify being poor. It's somehow being glorified. Yes, you want to ride the bus. What the fuck? I did not come here to ride no damn bus. I ain't riding no metro. What? Dude, you don't even do that in the States. I'm going to give up everything I got, move here to live in reverse. To do what? Try to fit in? You ain't never going to fit in here, son. I don't care how much Spanish you learn. You ain't never going to fit in. You a gringo to your ass. Close your eyes and never open them again. Sounds just like Thailand. You got to pay for the whole family. Bro, I saw that. I'm like, and the house he in, I'm going, bro, you left the U.S. to live in this shack, in this small town, in this shack? Nah, dog. Now, I'm sorry. I must have missed the whole point of coming to this country to live better than you live in the States. These cats come here and live worse. What's up, James? How you doing today? No, I can't be paying for the whole family. Bro, y'all don't understand, man. Y'all don't understand. Y'all do not understand. You come here, bro, you see, well, here I don't see it as much. But I've seen some people online, bro, that like 9, 10 people in the family. He got like $1,200 coming in, and that's paying for everybody. No, I can't live like that. Roaches in Alabama, man, I grew up with roaches, bro. We used to wake up, go in the kitchen, the motherfuckers having a party right there on the kitchen table or on the counter. I'm like, nah. I come adult, man, there ain't no way. No way. I saw that shit as a kid. I'm not, no. No way. What gets me is that they actually think they're living the life. Mr. Clark, bro. Now, again, I don't know the conditions a lot of these people come from. I don't know where they come from. I don't know where they were living in the States or what kind of conditions they were living in the States. But what I do know is when I see them here and they like, yeah, man, I live right over there. And I'm looking at the building like, and I want to say the half-built building that looks like it needs to be condemned, that's where you live? That's what I want to say. I don't say anything. I'm like, okay, cool, man. Where you live? Oh, I live in Poblado. Oh, man, that's too much money. And I'm going, $750, that's too much money. I don't know where y'all live, bro. I don't know where y'all be paying rent or how you paying rent, but let's see. Sounds like how some folks talk about going to Africa too. Thank you for bringing that up, Todd. There's a guy that's called Go to Africa. What's it called? His channel's called Go to Africa. Oh, I can't think of it. It's something like Go to Africa. Oh, I gotta look it up. His channel's called something like Go to Africa. And he's basically telling people the same thing I tell people. You need money to live in these countries. You can't go to these countries with no money. And he gets so much hate, bro, but he absolutely right. He tries to tell these people, you think you're going to go to Africa and start a business? And you ain't never been there. You don't know the first thing about Africa, but this is what you think you're going to do. It's like, come on, man. It's the same way here. People come here with all kind of dreams, all kind of ideas from the United States, and they haven't realized this ain't the States. This ain't the States. The smallest things that we take for granted go back to Africa. I don't know if that's it or not, man, but let's see. What was that guy's name? I'm going to try to find this. Oh, here it is, right here. Go Black to Africa. That's his channel. Go Black to Africa. He did a video trying to explain to people, because I ain't saying to just go join his channel, because he does like this consulting thing where he's charging people. I was just curious because of the video title that I saw, so I watched the video. And he is 100% correct. People come, they have these ideas from the States, and they think U.S. You ain't in the U.S. when you go to these countries. The smallest things we take for granted in the United States of America, we assume they're the same when we go to these countries. They are not. The most smallest basic things that we think in the U.S. is the same here, it most certainly is not. Give you a prime example. When I bought a phone from Claro, right? Claro is the cell phone company here. If I did the same thing at Verizon, what would happen at Verizon? Verizon would add that phone to my bill. That bill would be under my number, my cell phone number. I would just pay the one bill, which include the cell phone and the service. Here, no. Even though they use my number to finance the phone, that phone has a separate bill from my number. So when you come from the States, you think, okay, how much is my bill? You just pay your bill. But you didn't pay anything for the cell phone because that's on a different number. So you have to have a reference number to pay this one, other than just paying this one. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not a simple case of, okay, I came from the States, this is how they do it in the States. This ain't the States. It don't work like that. The same thing, dude, when I'm going to get this damn shot. Hopefully I can get Moderna. That's the only one they don't have is Moderna. I've been trying now 3 straight days last week, and I'm going to try again tomorrow to find somewhere that has Moderna. But I don't know how it is in the States because I haven't even tried to get a shot in the States. But I'm sure it's better process than it is here. Here, you got to go early. You got to stand in line. Well, you got to wait in line early. And then when they get you up there, you got to fill out all this paperwork. You got to fill out, especially if you're a foreigner, you got a bunch of stuff to fill out. They're going to ask you a ton of questions. And then you move to another spot. It's like musical chairs. The whole process, because I watched somebody do it on the States on YouTube. It only took them maybe 45 minutes to an hour for the whole thing. Through this process, you're talking 45 hours, bro. Easy. 4 to 5 hours, you get one shot. Easy. This ain't the States. Before my sleep meds, we paid for our family in the States, and I'm missing something. Man, sleep med, pill, please, PTSD meds. Damn, it disappeared. And my Duloxetine, is it Duloxetine without my Traz meds, please? Thank you. Damn. Here, look for live on 1,000 in Thailand, and you'll see how many vids are on YouTube. It's laughing. Man, I don't understand these cats. Like I said, I don't know where they come from in the States. I don't know if these people were on the street. I don't know if they were living in hostels in the States. I don't know if they were in halfway houses in the States. But some of them come here, dude, and they move into these spots. You know, the rent may be $150. They're paying $600, or they're paying $700. And it's like, wow, you paying as much as I am, and you living there in that? But hey, that's where they're comfortable. To each their own. But when they ask me, bro, I tell them straight up, hell no, I ain't moving over there. The hell? Hell, fuck. No, I ain't moving over there. I ain't wasting my time going over there. But yeah, man, the thing about it is too, is the surface, right? Because from the States, when you look for an apartment in the States, you already know. The refrigerator's included, washer, most of the time, dryer, washer, dishwasher, those things are usually included. Here, no. The other killer part, you will see people make videos that says, my friend just moved into an apartment, it's only $500 US per month. Sounds great, right? Till you get to the building. Where's your friend live? Oh, he's on the 10th floor. There ain't no elevator. So wait, you gotta walk up and down 10 floors every day? Yes, you do. Oh, we moved in, there was no hot water. Well, you gotta add hot water. And when you leave, you gotta take that back out. Because you signed a contract that says you're gonna leave that apartment the exact same way you found it. I'm telling you guys, the smallest things that we take for granted from the United States of America, the smallest things. When you come to this country, you're going to assume U.S. Okay, it's got a stove, it's got this, all that. No, ain't no stove there. There's no stove. You be lucky sometimes if the sink is there. You go into some of these places, dude, it's just an empty box. Some of them don't even have countertops, no bar style, nothing. Just a big ass box. That's all you're moving into. That's when I tell people, man, you got to do research when you come here. You got to understand where you're coming. Because if you come in with the American mindset of hot water, refrigerator, all this stuff, ain't none of that stuff in there. Not if you're moving into or just a normal Colombian apartment, ain't none of that stuff in there. Nothing. You gotta provide it all. And when you ask, what floor is it on? Oh, it's on the 10th or 12th floor. You better ask if there's an elevator before you sign that lease, or before you say, oh, okay, I'll take it. You in the States, I'll take it. You ain't never seen it? That's a mistake. This ain't the States. You get here, you got a 6 months lease for an apartment that's 12 floors up that you gotta hike every day, or every time you wanna go out, 12 down, every time you go, 12 back up. Let's see, those been them backpackers too, though, with the living cheap method. I'm a former backpacker. All right, Howard. What's up, Jay Mitch? What do you think about vaccination requirements being implemented on December 4th in Colombia? Yeah, Howard had just mentioned that. I mean, it's already here, bro. Most of the things that you want to do, even the restaurant that we went to that I did in that video, you had to have that card to get in that restaurant. The mall, some of the places in the malls, you gotta have it. The movies, you gotta have it. Bowling, you gotta have it. Casino, gotta have it. You're not getting in any of these places without that card. You knew it was coming because all these other countries are doing it. Colombia's one of these countries, bro. They see what these other countries are doing, we're gonna follow suit. As soon as one of these countries shut down again, it won't be long before Colombia do the same thing. It will not be long. It won't be long. This new variant that's come out that's got these people scared to death, I don't know anything about it, but I know it's here. There's already been a couple of cases they found here already. So I don't know, man. This is the world we live in now. I honestly don't know what to think of it, bro, because it keeps changing here. 1 minute, the mask is mandatory. Now the rules are more relaxed on the mask. You see people out walking around now, no mask on, right? They're gonna probably bring that back as well. So it just changes so often here. Almost seem like week to week they just make decisions on things. So, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring back next month. They're gonna require a negative test for you to get on that plane to come here. That's coming back as well. So I'm not saying they're gonna make it very difficult for people who haven't been vaccinated from the States, but they damn sure ain't gonna make it real easy for you doing anything here. Let's see. Some of them actually take pride in actually living the cheapest. They come in foreign countries that gets old. I like more luxury now. Can't do you can't do what? Can't do the cheap stuff no more. Yeah. And then you'll hear sometimes people say, I'm bored here. There's nothing to do, so I'm gonna leave. Ain't that, dude? Colombia, here in Medellin, there is plenty to do. You know what the difference is? And I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what the difference is? Money. If you don't have no money, you can't do nothing. I don't see how people don't get that concept. You can come here, you can talk about living cheap all day long. But if you ain't got money, you ain't gonna last long. Because you can't do nothing. What you do the same thing all the time. What do you guys see me do? I'm here, I'm there, I'm going to this city. I'm going to check out that city. I'm taking this ride. I'm going to try bowling. I'm going to try out this theater. I'm going to try out this pool table over here. I'm going to this casino. There's plenty to do here, dude. This city is really similar to a lot of things that you do in the States. The biggest difference, no plata, no dinero. Damn, let's see. Hello, I'm Clark. I live in Thailand. If you want to meet up, let me know. Okay. You're talking to Howard. What's up, shrimp fried rice? You're in Cartagena? Okay. Everything here closes at 2 a.m. Wow, sucks. All right. Free thinker, what's going on? My man, Urban Globetrotter, what's going on with you? Let's see. No money, no honey, no money, no nothing, bro. It ain't just, this is just the thing too. It ain't just the women. You ain't got no money here, dude. What can you do? What can you do? Ride the bus. You gonna ride the metro from one end to the other end. You gonna get on the cable car and go from one hill to the next hill. What are these cats gonna do, man? They ain't got no money. I guarantee you, and I keep telling people this, man. Pay attention to who's here. Pay attention to people telling you guys to move to this country, and then see how long they last. They come on, they tell you guys, hey man, it's an easy process, move here. It's easy to get your visa here, which it is, and you can live a great life here. Year and a half later, 2 years later, well, we're leaving Colombia. It didn't work out the way we thought it was, and now they had told all these people, they built up a following and told all these people to move here, and they ain't even staying. Why is that? Some of it does have to do with the visa, because I can tell you this, bro. Other than the retirement visa or marriage visa, those business visas and school visas, since this coronavirus thing, bro, they have switched them things up so many times. People are so confused. Hell, even I'm confused. And they've made it more difficult because people used to lie and get these business visas to stay in the country for 3 years. They cut all that out. If you can't show a profit and loss statement, you don't have a legitimate business, they're not giving you no visa. They're gonna tell you you can stay here 6 months and get the hell out. That's what they're gonna tell you. They ain't playing around with that no more. It used to be, man, Colombia used to let a lot of stuff slide. They would just look the other way and just let it go. Lately, you need to be on point. Everything you tell them needs to be legit. You're talking to each other. You're talking to Howard. But yeah, man, you coming here now to Colombia, you need to be legit. And I think most of these countries are going to start doing the same thing, dude. They're going to start weeding out people that's lying about their status. Wasn't it like that in Thailand? For Mr. Clark, if he's still on here, and I think the Black Experience, if you on here, dude, I remember reading this in Thailand. People going there lying about their income, lying about their status. And then finally, the Thailand government got a hold of it and started throwing people out of the country, making them border runs and lying, coming back. It's always those people that screw it up for everybody else. You can do everything perfect, but here comes this Joe Blow right here that wants to lie and make up crap and now make it more difficult for you to get anything done. Let's see. Oh yeah, that Swiss couple just had left Colombia. They had a channel, I forgot that. How to Expat. That's who you're talking about. I think that's who you're talking about. How to Expat. They were promoting the hell out of Colombia. Now where they at? Ain't even in Colombia no more. Would a veteran 100% be able to live comfortably in Poblado? Yes. I would say though, who is this, Mr. Ward? I would say have at least some money in savings or have a big enough credit card for emergency situations. Don't just rely on that 100%. Could you live in Poblado? Bro, I only pay, right now with the exchange rate, is less than $750 a month. It's like $720 something a month. Fully furnished, everything's included. Security downstairs, I'm in a gated community, I'm in the Golden Mile. Right? You can't get no better than that. Yeah, you can easily afford it. And I have a chef, maid, a driver, and a caregiver. I'm not saying you can do all that on 100%, but I'm saying you can live comfortably here on that amount. Let's see. Yep, I've also talked to people in China doing that equal jail time plus booted out of the country. It's always those people, man, that screw it up for everybody. Everybody. The only reason now that we have to do a lot of these extra steps to renew the visa, to get your passport or whatever straight, is because cats come here, don't have the correct documents, fake documents, lying about stuff, and then we are the ones that's got to pay for it on the back end. Let's see. You talking to Mr. Miles? You're right, Markel. Backpackers, expats, trash. Even had 2 foreigners try to hook an ATM to the back of a truck and drive off. Damn, man. Why, dude? Go back to the States. Hey, love and freedom. You know, you don't have to do that, man. I appreciate that donation, bro. Yep, how to expat. They promoted Colombia for more Colombian than more than Colombians. Bro, they stayed on there. I watched them a couple times. Whole process, oh, come to Colombia, is wonderful, is this, is that. Where they at now? We out. Can't do it. Can't do it. Visa situation is not what we thought, blah, 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 blah. They out. So I'm telling y'all, be careful listening to these people tell you all a bunch of stuff, and look where they are. You know, there's been tons of them here in Colombia. Go back, search, move to Colombia. See all the names that come up. People tell you to move to Colombia. And look how many of them still here. Look how many of them talking about leaving that's been here less than 3 years. You need plata, baby. You need dinero. You don't have that, I don't care where you go in this world. You ain't gonna be happy. You may think you happy. No. Yeah, okay. For those of you like, man, I don't need that much money. Okay. Wait till you live somewhere different and then think you don't need that much money. You do. You're talking to Howard, you're talking to Mr. Miles, talking to Jay. That's right. They locked down on money statements in Thailand 2 years ago. You should have heard all the people that complained about because they lied about. Yeah, I read about this, man. People lied about their income, trying to stay in Thailand. They got a hold of that. Bro, they would create fake U.S. documents that said that they made X amount of money. Wasn't making nowhere near that. Which is illegal, by the way. I hope y'all know that. You create a document with the U.S. seal on it, like people creating them fake vaccine cards with the CDC stamp and the Human Health Service. Dude, that's a felony. You talking to Urban, Mr. Miles, $25? What is that? $25.25. It looks like $25. Let's see. I can't wait to taste some of that real Colombian coffee. Okay. Dave Chappelle said it best. Money is the fuel for choices. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, he ain't lying. What's wrong with you? Love and freedom. We don't drink coffee. No more to sophisticate that cappuccino. Only now cash at me because I got 5 on it. Let's see. Hello, Markel. It's been a while since I've chimed in. I pray that all is well. Yes, Ladybug. All is great. Love, my man Urban, you know you ain't got to donate nothing, baby. Let's see. You got to pay to play no matter where you go, even if it's on a budget. And please don't come to Panama broke. You will be in for a rude awakening. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your words, man. And people think I be trying to hate, like I'm trying to act like an elitist or something like that. No, dude. I see what's around me. I see how people struggle here, dude. And I see, especially in this country, you can see the haves and the have-not. That line is drawn so clear here. It's like a perfect line here. You can see it just driving in this city. From when you go from this area to where you're going to an area that's somewhat questionable, you can see it in the street. In Poblado, going into Envigado from this end, or going to, damn, I forgot the other area right over here. Forgot the name real quick, but you see no trash. You see no trash in the streets. You see no homeless people sleeping in between. You see none of that. Go 2-3 miles past this area, or go out on the freeway going to Sabaneta. Homeless on both sides. They sleeping under the bridge. They got makeshift houses. You can tell there's trash piled up. You're like, damn, it's like you're in a different world. When you leave this area and you go out to some of these areas, it's like you're in a whole different world. Uh, let's see. Man, Mez got me moving slow. Okay. Let's see. You talking to Mr. Clark. Did you hear about the guy who got pickpocketed by some guy and a girl came around the corner and gave him his wallet back, got a reward for him. She was in on it, man. You know they out there doing that, bro. You know that's a setup, bro. You already know that's a setup. And just so we clear with this, right? So you guys know about the hand sanitizers that they put that stuff in. It's like devil's breath. They put it in hand sanitizers. So sometimes when you get in these cabs, when you're in these countries, they'll say hand sanitizer because you know you're used to using hand sanitizer everywhere. Be careful. Be careful. There's been several people who have come here. I've heard about them in Bogota as well. There's been people, bro, that got in taxis, put that hand sanitizer on. Next thing you know, they waking up, they don't know where they are. They got nothing on them. Their bags, everything is gone. So be careful, you travelers out there. Be careful getting into these vehicles, get into these cabs. They offer you hand sanitizer. I'm not saying don't take it, just be careful because it has been reported several times that people are putting it in hand sanitizer now. Where am I? You talking to Todd? Damn, Mr. Miles, you know you didn't have to do that, bro. Hey, you guys definitely don't have to donate. I appreciate it, but you definitely do not. I appreciate that, Mr. Miles. Sounds like them PPP loan man just got, wow. I saw someone in the news recently that was financing drugs using the PPP loan. I'm like, bro, people come up with some stuff, man. You like, are you serious, bro? You use government money to finance your drug operation. It just don't stop in the States. You talking to Mr. Clark. Mr. Miles, again, I really appreciate it, bro. You definitely didn't have to make that big a donation. That's some great looking out info. Yeah, bro, y'all gotta be careful, man. Be careful. People come up with all kinds of stuff. These are desperate times, right? These are the holidays. The economy here is still not that great. We're still almost at 41. We're like 39, over 39 and a half to $1 here. So you guys got to be careful, man. I know you want to come, you want to have a good time, and I'm not trying to stop nobody from having a good time, but please be careful. Please. Don't want to hear about you waking up, man. You in the park buck naked and you don't know how you got there. I'm just, look, be careful. Y'all noticed that on my last trip, it's like the Twilight Zone. Yeah. Devil's breath. Yep. I usually carry my own hand sanitizer. Yeah. Let's see. You guys talking to each other. But yeah, man, there's been all kinds of stories here lately. Different ways people are getting robbed. Different ways people are getting that devil's breath put on them, from hand sanitizers to they have sprays. And then some of the areas that you go in, again, I'm not trying to tell any adult how to live, but if you come in here and you go in shady areas, you should not expect people, Christians, you hanging out in areas where there's prepaids and drugs. You shouldn't expect people to be Christians there. They're criminals. They're going to do criminal things. So if you go into these places, bro, understand where you're going. Understand what you can get yourself involved in. Make sure you hide money on you somewhere that you're able to get back to your hotel. Write down or try to memorize whatever your hotel's name is or wherever you're staying in your Airbnb. You want to prepare for all those things, bro, because there's been situations here lately. Cats go to areas and, hey, matter of fact, I sent Urban and I sent Love and Freedom a paper here recently, an article recently about a guy they found like Love and Freedom like to say stinking, kidnapped, stinking. There's no joke here, man. And the craziest part about it is you'll have some YouTubers tell you it's safer here than it is in the US. Okay. They saying that because they on vacation. You stay in an area like this on vacation. You ain't going nowhere. You don't know nothing outside of Medellin. You don't know, I'm sorry, outside of this little area you in. You don't know anything outside of Parque Yeres, outside of Street 70. You don't know anything outside of that. People who live outside that area, because there's a veteran that's living in St. Helena. There ain't nothing in St. Helena. Nothing. There's no way I would live out there, bro, because there's nothing out there. Nothing. Nothing but you possibly being kidnapped, shot, robbed, killed, and nobody gonna find you for days. That's all that's out there. And there's no way I would do that. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Cash App Markel. It's a Jerry Lewis thing. Hey, Markel, thanks for all your prayers for me through this COVID. And they had an effect on me for the better. Still weak, but for the better. Thank you again, all you guys. Much love. All right, living in Mexico, man. Glad to hear you doing much better. Man, because it sounded like you were going through some things. So glad you up and about. Same with my man, Love and Freedom. Glad you up and about. Damn, I don't know what happened there. That surgery doesn't have you down, bro. I'm glad you up moving around. Saw your video, you at Chipotle, so you got your appetite back. Let's see. Have you seen Cortez's video explaining his Mexico jet? Cortez Ross? Is that who you talking about? Cortez Ross, the guy that used to be here in Medellin. Bell, that's who you talking about? He was in jail in Mexico? Now, I did watch Learning Spanish TV. I had him on as an interview. Wow. No, I got to see that, bro. He went to jail in Mexico? Wow. But I did watch Learn Spanish TV. I did an interview with him on this channel. And Damon, that's his name, Damon. And he was telling this story, and this is a familiar story for you guys who've been to the Dominican Republic, where he was out at the dinner late at night, walking on the Malecon, and he got stopped by police. You already know what they wanted. So you guys should go watch that video from Learn Spanish TV as he explained his ordeal with dealing with the police in Santo Domingo on the Malecon. Now, because I lived in the DR for a while, I learned that in the DR, dude, there are certain areas and certain times at night, you don't mess around in the DR, okay? Until they get familiar with who you are, you don't mess around there. Because that's going to happen more times than not in the Dominican Republic, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. You walking on the Malecon down by El Conde, you're going to get stopped every single time. If you walking anywhere in that direction on Independencia Street, you're going to get stopped every single time. As a tourist, they looking for money. I'll tell you that right out the gate. They looking for money. They ain't looking for, because he was like, they try to give him a 1,000 pesos now. They looking way more than that. They looking for at least $50 to $100 to leave you alone. The problem with that is, though, is if you give them that money, they ain't gonna never stop bothering you. You're gonna become a target. Hey, this gringo, I pulled him over, he gave me 50 bucks. He gave me 100 bucks in US money. They ain't never gonna leave you alone. The one time I dealt with that situation, dude, on El Conde, I told him, you know what? Let me call the embassy and tell them that you're hungry, what you told me. They left me alone. They never bothered me again after I said that. So it works different for different people, but I'm telling you guys, man, in the DR, I don't know about all the rest of the DR, but I can definitely tell you about Santo Domingo, being on El Conde late at night, and you walking, they gonna get you. Let's see, I saw the video Cortez Ross, but did not get a chance to watch it. Wow, jail in Mexico. Where the hell is he in Mexico to even go to jail? Dude, I've never had, man, I've been in Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Mexico City, Tijuana, and then all of the border towns right there. I've never had any run-in with the police in Mexico, knock on wood. I hope never to, but I've never had a run-in with the police in Mexico. Here, the only time I've ever dealt with the police here is going on different trips in different locations. We get pulled over, and it's different here. This ain't like the States, man, where they gotta have permission to check your bag. Like you know, they ask, "Hey, can I check your bag?" Here, no. They just grab your bag, open it up, check it out, and hand it back to you. I'm like, wow. The car in the States, they ask you in the States, can we search your vehicle? Here, open the trunk. Get out the car, open the trunk, give me your paperwork. What else they ask for? They ask for his license, his insurance, and then they have some other card that they ask for. It was weird, man. Compared to any experience I've ever had in the States, I'd never seen it like this, bro. That was a unique experience here. Because they don't ask permission like in the States. Dude on a motorcycle, tripped me out. Got the guy on the bike, get off. The girl, get off. Take your jacket off. Give me your bag. Open up the back seat of the bike. I mean, nothing like the States. Nothing like the States. Where they ask, hey, let me do this. No, they just do it. There ain't no asking. Let's see. Yeah, you don't want no parts of the Mexican jail. Yeah, you're right about that. Love and freedom. Put a Hallmark card on your shoulder. You'll feel better. Let's see. The murder rate is 5.9 in Thailand to 5 in the U.S. Don't come to paradise thinking things are sweet. Like Urban said, many expats get left stinking. Yeah, they do. Talking to each other. Let's see. I don't want no parts of any jail. I'm not the limber. I'm not that limber. Let's see. Wow, no, they should have just grabbed my bag though. Man, yeah, they should just, bro, I'm telling y'all, this is not the States. Cats come here and they think, oh man, I got rights. What rights? You better read the embassy website. The embassy website says while you in another country, you are to abide by all the rules and the laws in that country. Which means what? Nothing that you know in the States apply here. They just gonna grab your shit. Okay. It ain't like the States, man. And I don't say nothing. I don't have nothing on me anyway. So whatever they trying to do, do it. I don't care. I got nothing. I got nothing in my bag but a camera, a battery charger, and maybe a drone. That's it. They look in there. Okay, go ahead. I'm telling y'all, dude, this is not the States. Somebody gonna come over here, get pulled over, be like, man, they shouldn't have did me like that. They should have read me. They ain't reading you nothing. This Colombia. Good evening, Markel. I have a question about a clothing allowance. I have bilateral Coltex knee braces with hinges and a, what is this? Lumbar. Got it. They each have material and fabric, so would I be eligible? That one, bro. Man, what is it, bro? Yeah. I'll tell you the best way to do it. Fill out the app and turn it in. Because on that one, it's hard to say. I know you got the hinge, but what kind of hinge? Is it on the outside? Is it metal? Is it a metal hinge? Because if it's plastic, I can answer that one no. But if it's metal, right, and it's gonna, do I have mine? No, it's all the way over there. Because if it's metal, hold up. Okay, let's say this is a hinge, right? And it bends like this, right? If this is metal and it's gonna cut through your pants, yes. If this is plastic and it's got a cover over it, right? It's inside like the generic one that they give. If it's like that, no. I think Love and Freedom has one like that. It's a generic one, but it has like a plastic cover over it. It has a hinge, but it's plastic. No, they ain't giving you nothing on that one. But I would tell you to fill out the application, Put your braces on there, put all your braces on there, and see what they say. That's what I would tell you to do. They do that in Mexico. They do it in Mexico like that too. Now they will steal from your bag. Wow. I ain't never had nobody. I've been stopped here like that 3 times. 3 times I've been stopped here like that. And I know how it works. I already have my bag ready. I have my bag out, just give it to them because they're going to take it anyway. Whether I give it to them or not, they're going to take it. So here, just know, whether you rent a car, you ride in a taxi, if they want to take it, bro, they're going to take it. And ain't no point in talking about, in the States, this ain't the States. I want to keep iterating that to you guys. This is not the States. Let these people do what they do. You shouldn't have nothing on you illegal anyway, but in case you do, just know, they ain't gonna hesitate to put you in jail. They gonna throw you in the middle of that bike, just like you do in the DR. They gonna be one up front, you in the middle, and one behind you. And all 3 of y'all gonna ride straight to the jail. They don't play that here. Let's see, yes, mine are metal and the fabric I check. Okay, then I would fill out the application, bro. And I would fill out the application and just see what they say. The worst that can happen, they say no, you're not getting paid for it anyway, I'm assuming. So the best thing that'll happen is they accept it. But if it's metal, it also depends though, because if it's fabric on it, I want to say it's like those genetic braces and they're going to say no, but I would do it anyway. I would fill it out anyway. But it seems like they wanted to search me though. They didn't tell us to exit the vehicle, but no vehicle search. Wow. Bro, everyone I've been to here, they searched everything. You sitting there for at least 45 minutes. Okay. You in love and freedom talking to each other. A thief don't care where you live. They're everywhere. Cannot argue with that one, Mr. Collins. They don't care. They don't care. But I'm telling y'all, man, the laws and the rules in these countries, Urban, you in Panama, you know this. Love and freedom, you in Mexico, you know, and you just said it's the same way there. You cannot go to these countries expecting U.S. treatment. That's not how these countries work. These countries have their own rules. There are some things they're very lenient about. There are some things they're very strict about. And the way they do traffic stops is the way they do it. You should not expect that U.S. treatment when you get stopped to pull it over here. And they're going to speak to you in Spanish. There ain't no, well, give me a minute. Let me get my translator. Oh, no. My man is just talking. He pointing, he talking in Spanish, and he telling you to get your ass out of that vehicle. That's what he's doing. Oh, also, you got to pay attention to the uniforms. I learned this one when we went to Hacienda Annapolis. I learned this one. Now, sometimes you'll have people on the street who have a uniform similar to the police, but they're not police, okay? They're selling stuff. So you have to pay attention. You got to pay attention to who's actually pulling you over. Because when we left Hacienda Annapolis, we thought the people pulling us over were the police. They were not the police. They were salespeople. They had you get out the car, you go open your trunk, and then they trying to sell you these things that they found on like QVC or whatever. They sit back there talking to Jason for the longest, and then he finally figured out, man, this ain't the police. These just people trying to sell us crap. And they got a bunch of people like that. Some people just drove right by because they knew, but we didn't know. And they had on uniforms exactly like the police, but it wasn't the police. They were just selling stuff. Let's see. They do be having those highway checkpoints set up in Colombia. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. I got pulled over many times in CTG. I don't know what that is. 10 times on one. Wow. 10 times? Oh, Cartagena. Okay. I started making friends with some of the cops. They come hang out and party with us now. No more problems. All right, Jay Rich. Damn, 10 times? That's crazy. I think keep doing that. Let's see. They're not police. they're selling stuff. Man, I'm telling you, we were leaving Hacienda Annapolis. It looked just like a police uniform, but they were not police. They out there selling QVC crap. Let's see, you talking love and freedom. You talking to Jay. Yeah, man, that's crazy. You get stopped 10 times. That's insane. That is insane. But bro, bottom line, man, I want to stress, not states. That's the bottom line I want you guys to take away from this video is when you travel, know where you traveling to. You going to the DR, you walking around exploring at night like you would do in your city, the police is gonna pull you over. You in a rental car in the DR, they gonna pull you over. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. The only way you don't get pulled over, you ain't out at night driving. Even during the day. Even during the day, because sometimes you go through a checkpoint and you're trying to go to some of these other little small towns around, or even if you're just driving out to the beach. Forgot the name of the damn place. Even if you're just driving out to the beach, you will get stopped. And most of the time, while they stopping you, plata. They want money. They want money. They know you in that country, you rented a car, you got some money. And they want some of it. Usually, like I said, they want somewhere between $50 and $100. But the problem is, if you pay them, you a target. Every time you make a move, somebody's looking to pull you over. They're looking for that vehicle to pull you over because they know you will pay money. Let's see. Yeah, now that's really one thing that I did in the DR. I will say that in the colonial zone, we made a lot of friends with police there. Like the guys and the ladies who stand at the front entrance of the colonial zone over by Paco's restaurant or across the street at Independencia Park, knew all those cops over there, knew all the cops that worked at the entrance, knew all the cops that worked on the far end of the park. You know, I would just buy them all like sodas or buy them all whatever the special was at whatever the damn chicken place was called that's right across from the shoe store. I forgot the name of that. That's what I would do, bro. And sometimes those guys would be working at the airport. They would recognize me. I come through the airport, they would come over and pull me out of the line. I'm thinking, oh crap, what did I do? And he's like, what's up, man? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Tú recuerdas? Do you remember me? I'm like, oh, from El Conde. He's like, yeah, come on through. Then send me on out the door. So I learned that through the years, man. You don't know who you may need. You never treat people like crap, especially locals. You don't know who you may need or when you may need them. And I never do it. Never. I don't care what is going on. I try to treat people, locals, with the most respect because you don't know. Let's see, I know a lot of police in Mexico that was friends with me, and I had a hit on their head. No longer here to tell them. I love free. I was buying them those lunch bags. Hell yeah, dude. Gee, bro, I have no problems with El Conde. None. Nobody else, no. I ain't no issues on El Conde, dude. Whatever the chicken special was on El Conde at that chicken place, I forgot the name of it. I'll send them over there. Hey, hook them up. Or buy them something to drink, or get them something right there at Paco's. Get them some coffee or something. We were good. Let's see. I'm going to say, I know Dr. Markel. Never mind. Say your name. I will be in jail. Now, El Conde, it may work. Real talk. Real talk. It may work at El Conde. Here, I don't really have any interaction with police. Really, in this area, I rarely see them. If it's not like some kind of situation like with a protest or an accident or something like that, I never really see the police here. Now, when I go into some of these other barrios, like when we went to Bailey, bro, whoo, yeah, they all over. Over there, they everywhere. And man, I don't know if y'all watched that video I put out, that weekly video. Bro, And this is the last thing I gotta get off, because I gotta get up early in the morning. There's a street going to where she lives, bro. It's really a one-way street that they tried to make a two-way, right? You got these big ass buses coming through, and you got people trying to go home. It literally took us 45 minutes, bro, for one side to clear, just for the other side to go. And I'm like, they gotta do this every day. Every day, man, they gotta go through that just to get home. Just to get home. Or they get out and they just walk up that steep ass hill. Man, I ain't never seen nothing like that. That I've never seen. Like, I've seen bridges, like in Yuma, Love and Freedom. You know how you going, say you going to that casino on the other side of the bridge, right? The bridge light will come on, green for this side to go, then it'll change, and red the other side to go. It's like that, except there ain't nobody directing the traffic. When that big bus comes, if that car in front doesn't just take off so the other cars have to stop on the other side, you'll never get through. They'll just keep coming. They'll just keep coming. And I'm like, man, but the rent over there is so cheap, because somebody know how much is the rent over there? $75 a month. That part of Baleen, $75 US a month. Now you ain't getting no big area. I mean, the freaking house is about the size of my living room. No BS. My living room had the kitchen, was about the size of where 6 people were living. No BS. I walked in there and I looked, I said, God damn, what? I said, where's the other half? The other half? This is it. What? Bro. Yeah. Man, and I thought we were poor in Alabama. Nah, dog. Nah. You know, the worst thing I'd ever seen traveling was in the Philippines when I went to, what's it called? Smoky Mountain? I think it's called Smoky Mountain. I thought that was the worst I could see. Now, being here, I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse. A lot worse, bro. 75 for the rent. Hot water, forget about it. You know you ain't got no hot water. The stairway and stuff like that, ain't no rails, bro. The power line as you walking down is right here. In the US, that whole area would be condemned. Whole area, without a doubt, would never pass any kind of safety inspections. You got no guardrail on either side. Half the stairs are broken, walking down and going back up. The power line, like I said, as you walking down, was literally right here. You slip, you make a mistake, you going right into that power line. I've never seen nothing like that, bro. And this is where they live. I'm going, man, this is insane. But, and then some of them, I'm gonna take a video the next time I go over there. Some of them, bro, to get to their house, you gotta go up this humongous hill. And when you get to that hill, you gotta take these steps like a zigzag just to get to the top part of that barrio to get home. Now, when you live in those areas every day as a kid, that's normal. You don't pay no attention to that. You don't know the difference between going up that hill or staying on flat ground. This is where you live. This is what you do every day. But from coming from the States and you see this, man, you like, what the? It's crazy. Y'all have not seen half the stuff in this country if you haven't been to some of these barrios, bro. And you see where some of these people come from. I have more compassion for some of these people, man, because they come out of some of these places, bro. Oh, man, it looks like something that you would watch on the Discovery Channel. Real talk. You go to some of these barrios where some of these people live, bro, they still got tin roofs. The freaking windows don't have no glass in them. They just wide open. I know you all have seen videos of people being on those cable cars and looking right into people's homes. That shit 100% true. That is not false at all. When it rains, they just take a sheet and stick it in front of the window. They don't even have enough money to put glass in there. I'm telling you, bro, I've never seen nothing like some of the stuff I've seen since I've been living here. Cause the communal 13, that's basically where she lives. Is communal 13. But people who go to communal 13, they see the tourist stuff. That's what the tourists see. They'll show a little bit. That's the tourist stuff. The real stuff is just on the other side of it. That's where she lives. And it's crazy. You guys would not, man, you wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. And I'm being real, man. I'm talking about here in Colombia. You guys, man, if you saw where some of these girls came from, you would understand why they do what they do. Because, bro, they see all this stuff online and TV and whatnot. Coming from them barrios they come from, bro. Yeah. You understand. You start to understand, like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Yep, $75. Hot, man, ain't no hot water in there. Come on, bro. Ain't no hot water there. 75 a month. Yep, dang, that's the cheapest I ever heard it. 75, bro. $75. That's it. The worse the barrio, the lower your utilities. They ain't paying no more than $10, $12, if that, for electricity, water, gas. Ain't paying nothing. Their highest bill is the internet. And I want to say that's like maybe $15 or $16 for the internet. That's it. That's the highest bill. Other than rent, that's their highest bill. The weather here is still springtime. It's at night, like right now, it's probably like 60 something outside. It's 66 degrees outside right now. Usually around 9, 10 o'clock, it'll be in the low 70s. Around noon to 1, it'll be about 76, 78. And then right around 5, 6, the temperature starts dropping again. Yeah, man, I'm getting ready to get up off here. I've been on here a minute. Let's see. I have elderly neighbors here in Mexico pass by and greet me with kindness and respect. They know I'm a U.S. veteran. They still come in once in a while, visit, just as it was when my dad was alive. Okay, that's cool, man. That is cool. Yeah, that's cool. People come and visit you like that. Talking about Colombia, man. Medellin, Colombia. Okay, fellas, I can't use my other hand to text no more. I need pain meds. I'll catch you with you later. Have a blessed, I love and freedom. Let's see. I was born in the U.S., but been living here for many years. Most Americans are very privileged and don't even know. Bro, man, once you're here and you experience some of this stuff, bro, your eyes, or, I mean, what you thought you saw was like fake or wasn't real. People couldn't really be living this way. There's no way. You coming from the U.S. where you got all these different opportunities and you got all these different things going on. You come here, bro. Nah. This is a whole different situation. You know, I showed that drone shot of all those houses. Man, all them houses are basically stacked on top of each other in those mountains. When you guys come here to Poblado, you go up on the roof of your building and you see all those houses up in the mountain. They're literally stacked on top of each other. Literally, dude. You can reach out your window and hit 3 doors. No BS. They literally stacked on top of each other. That's how a lot of those girls that be in Parque Yaris, down on El Centro, that's where they coming from. And it's like, man, this is crazy. Is 79 there? Yeah, I think the U.S. has a serious violence problem, but poverty in the U.S. to me is a joke. Compared to what I've seen here, he's not lying, man. There's poor people in the U.S., but there's poor people that still get help from our government in the U.S. Here, they get a little bit, but nothing like the United States. Nothing. Not even close. It's, man, it really makes you appreciate what you have and where you from. And I'm telling y'all, man, when I hear people talk about the U.S., bro, and you in a country like this talking about it's better, Okay, denounce your citizenship and see how the Colombian government help you. Cause it ain't even close. Thank God for your yeah. When I saw houses stacked on top of each other, that shit blew my mind, bro. You need to go in there. See, I went in there, dude. I got a video where I took my drone in there and I flew it around in there, bro. It when you in there, man, people are literally on top of each other. Literally. I ain't never seen in the projects, even in the States, bro, they at least spread the houses out. You at least got somewhat of a yard. Here, you ain't got no yard. Nothing. House. They all just, it's crazy. It's crazy. But all right, man, I'm out, bro. I gotta get up early in the morning. I don't know what time it is. Well, it's 12:30. So yeah, I gotta bounce, man. I appreciate everybody coming on, man. I appreciate all the donations. You guys definitely don't have to do that. Let me see what my man Urban says. Here in Panama, it's hand to mouth for the most. I go down the street a few blocks and it's totally different world. I'm telling you, bro. Is it same way? Same way. You leave Poblado, you leave Las Palmas, man. It's like a whole different world here. While some of these YouTubers talking about living abroad like it's paradise, the U.S. has its problems, but has so many. That's the key word, Danny the dog, opportunity. A lot of these people here, man, none. In Thailand, they have 10 shanty homes right by dirty rivers next to the high-rise condos. Count your yes, sir. Yeah, glad to be where I'm from, bro. I wouldn't change coming from the U.S. with nothing in the world. All right, guys, that's it, man. I'm out. Peace. You ladies and gentlemen, have a great night.